Let's fight! A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing there in Guyana, in the diaspora, around the world? Good to see each and every one of you. How y'all keeps the? It's Friday night, folks. It's Friday night. How are you guys doing? We hope that you guys are well. We hope that you guys have surmounted all of the challenges presented to you during the course of the day, and you guys are settling in for the next hour with us. It's our privilege, as per usual, to have each and every one of you guys. So much happening, so much happening. And again, we are privileged to have each and every one of you with us. Good to see all of you wherever you guys are joining us from tonight. I see some folks are early. Desiree Smart, Felix, and Damian James, Rupert August, all the usual suspects. Good to see you guys. I want to push my chair back just a little bit. I'm speaking to that without causing too much problems with the set. Good to see each and every one of you there, guys. Again, it is my privilege to be with you guys yet another evening. It's our final show for the week. What do you know? Our final show for the week, guys. We've done 5 days in succession. Every night we're at it, guys. And we got some more days in us. We got some more months in us. We got some more years in us. Thanks. All because of you. You've been our energy. You guys energize us. You guys keep us going. You guys are the wind beneath our wings, the wind in our sails. Good to see each and every one of you. Denise, London Welshman. Let's fight, guys. We got to fight tonight. The teachers were out there fighting today. Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. And I was so happy to be with them today, calling out this fraudulent administration, calling them out for who they are. Unlike some folks, some people think they have to toe the line. Not me, not the teachers, certainly not the teachers, not our teachers. The teachers have been very, very vocal out there for the last few days since the strike action, the industrial action has been called, and I've been standing with them. And that is why, my voice is a little tingish, but we got to do what we got to do, folks. We got to do what we got to do. We got to put personal interest aside, and we got to move things along, folks. Lindy Halley and Marcia Griffith, Lily McGarrell, good to see each and every one of you. Coretta Millington, good to see you guys. Cheryl Ann Haywood, Carl Johnson, Kim Walker, good to see you. Kim Gwyneth Jones, and also I see Carly Hendy Braffett, good to see you, Carly. Mullin, Mikey Mike, all you great folks out there on social media, in the belly of social media. Some of you guys are on Twitter. Some of you guys are on Facebook, as y'all know who y'all be. I is who I is. And y'all know who y'all be. Some of y'all in the suburbs, you're on YouTube. Great to have all of you folks gather around. Children, gather around. Folks, tonight we're going to have a little church up in here. We're not having church. Church is a decent people. We got church. Facebook, people don't go to church. We go to church. And tonight we're going to be in the book of the Assemblies of God. Chapter 1, verse 2. We're going to be in the book of the Assemblies of God in Guyana, folks. Good to see each and every one of you. Good night, Joylyn, Nelson Brown, and Marlon Ford, Lily McGarrell, Carmelita Nichols, and Cheryl Gillis. All of you fantastic folks. Who make the program what it is, guys. I don't know about you, but I am ready to go. So we invite you guys to share the live stream. It's Friday, guys, but we're still fired up and ready to go. Not when the PPP doing mischief. We cannot be weary and well doing. Y'all see a preaching already. We cannot be weary and well doing, folks. So let's share the live stream. I want to see those emojis tonight. People, we got to see those emojis. Mark Allman, I want to see those emojis. Nadia, it's good to see you there. Joy Wong and Brenda Braffett again. Desiree Albert, Andrew Cuthbert, Winfield Kenyana. Good to see you there. Velda Sandy, Claire, Sharon, Robin Lorraine. If each of you who watching us in this program here can send us $5. The things we could do, an expansion that we could do on this program. But some of you, hope the Lord talk to some of y'all tonight. I hope the Lord talk to some of y'all. The Lord and Bishop Francis Allen. I hope they speak to some of y'all tonight. Good to see you there, Princess Prince and Deborah Simon, Deborah Simon, Doletta Sana, Carl Miller, Melissa Smith, Claire, is it Carpel? Dion, Ayana Baby, Sandy Ford, Josephine Roberts, come on down. Audrey Thumb. Audrey, how are you doing, Audrey? Thank you for that thing. Thank you, Audrey. Good to see you there, Audrey. And I also want to give a shout out to one of our teachers. She say, "Yes, miss my name." She say, "Yes, miss my name." Watch yourself, sir. I said, "Our teacher, I pull myself in line." I want to shout out to Miss Michelle Butts. Good night to Miss Michelle Butts and her entire family circle, your whole school. Good night to Michelle. Michelle, how are you doing there? Great to see Michelle today. Great to see so many of our teachers out there on the front line. Those guys who called me over to take a picture. Good night to you guys as well. Remember, I asked you guys to tag me in that picture. All right? I want people to know I know some famous people too. Good. Guys, I'm ready to go. Clayton Wickham, Sandra Barker, submissive strong guy. Submissively strong? Something irregular here. Something irregular here, folks. Let's fight. We got to fight the trenches. We got to fight the Jagabats. We got to fight the Kavakamites. We got to fight them, folks. We got to fight the trench crappos. We got to fight the Jebusites. And it looks like, too, we got to fight some church people. It looks as though we got to fight some church people, too. God knows. God knows. All my life I've had to fight. God knows. But we got to fight, too. We got to fight. Susan Barker, Diane Graves, Sandy, and Cheryl Gillis. Oh, my God. Good to see so many of you. Valda Robinson. Once in him, Val, he can't be a good person. Sharon Edwards. Or you might be the exception. Valda Gillis. William Kosher. Good to see you, William. Dorrit and Joylyn Cook. Hope you could cook properly. Good to see you, Joylyn. Ingrid King and Onika Light. Alia Waldron. Alia, you come, girl. Right? You come, girl. Yes, Alia, it's true. Frank and Priya, they're racing to see who more incompetent. Y'all see what happened in the COVID center? We can talk about that. Frank and Priya, racing, Matty. William Armstrong. Good to see you, William. Donna Liverpool, highly favored. Yeah, talk some of your church friends. I don't know about you being a church friend. I got church friends. You understand me? I got some church friends like Peter. We know how to pick up a knife and cut your ears off if that's what is needed. You understand me? Some of y'all, you got beat you out with the jawbone of an ass to bring you all in line. But we can do what we got to do. Yasmin Henry, good to see you. Ingram. Is it Ingram has gone by so fast? Good to see you there as well. Ariel Abrams, Marsha Glasgow, come on down. Susan Barker, come on down. Marilyn Seaford, good to see each and every one of you. Deborah Cox, how are you doing there? Pamela, good to see Pamela as well. And Brenda Norton, guys, I'm telling y'all, if all of you guys send me $1, what we could do with this program? They can't hold me, you know. They can't hold. Tomorrow we're moving a new studio. And guys, that is why I need each and every one of you to come on board with us. Let me use this minute while you guys share the live stream to do a little bit of housekeeping. You know, we got to get that out of the way very, very early so that we can get right into the hot topics as soon as possible, guys. I want to do this bit of housekeeping, and I've been encouraging you guys almost on a nightly basis now. And I think some of y'all taking me for granted. That is what I think. I think some people taking us for granted. You understand me, folks? But I want you guys to help us keeping on, expanding what we do. And let me take a minute first to say thank you for all those persons who are already helping us along to get to where we need to go. And guys, we have said to you that we want to build out our program. We want to expand what we're doing. We want to get more information, which might mean it means bringing some folks on board to help us out. It means getting some more expertise, getting some more resources to do this thing properly, folks, to do this thing big, to do this thing on your behalf so that you always have the kinds of credible information and information of value that you can use. And that is what we say to ourselves every day that we put this program together, that we want the viewers to leave feeling as though they've learned something they didn't know before that was happening in our country, in their tongue, in their community, in the Caribbean, even in the diaspora at large. So welcome to each and every one of you guys. We're available on the Cash App system, and we've been asking you guys to partner with us. $5 US, $10, $15, $20 US on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis. I was so privileged last night. A woman called me and she said, I won't tell you where she's calling from, but she said, I'm sending you $60. I'm sending you $60. I'm sending you $5 for the next year. And we love that. We're not asking for a jewel and a crown, but we got to move this effort forward, folks. And so I want to thank that person who called us and who came on board in that way. Thank you so much for that. Again, it's the $ in the ring 592, and this is our Cash App handle. It's a $ in the ring 592. That's our Cash App handle. And at PayPal, we're in the ring 592 at gmail.com. Again, for PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. And we're also available on the MMG system, folks. It's the number you can get us on there is 627-6963, 627-6963. And if you have any queries, you can also WhatsApp us on that number. We'll be grateful to answer any queries for you. And we are also very old-fashioned. And so we're still with MoneyGram. We're still with Western Union as well. Folks, any queries, 627-6963. And that is also our MoneyGram, our MMG number. Folks, now that we've gotten that out of the way, if you all know me, you all know I don't like begging. You would know, if you really knew me, you would know how hard it is for me to come and say help. But I understand if you need help, you ask people for help. And that's why we're inviting you guys to come and partner with us and see us expand even more than we've already been growing over the last few months. Folks, I want to get right into the hot topics with you guys. And after we have a little church, folks, and we're going to pass the offering basket around, and we're going to do what we got to do, because that's how we kick it on this program. That is how we kick it on this program, folks. Again, good to see each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from. Folks, it's already 8:14 and we ain't getting to the hot topics yet. You all standing by, waiting. Are you ready to go? And I still call in the register, like folks like Gavin Andrew. You must come early, man. Come to the fight early. Anita Samuels. I think I'll go back and call people. Delon Griffith, Josephine Rouse. I know Josephine was here. Azuka Sorella. Good to see you, Azukar Sorella. I hope I'm calling that name right. Anika like Azukar Sorella. Message me on WhatsApp. Send me a voice note. I want to know how to call that name. 627-6963. I want to know how to call that name. Azukar. And I see another fancy name here too. Is it Euclid or Euclid? Euclid Griffith, Diane Gravesandi, Gavin Liverpool. All of you guys, I'm very privileged to have you. Very privileged to have you here. Guys, very privileged to have you here. At least y'all clip that piece and said, don't clear no English. What you hear? The talking about prayer. And the talking about prayer. Guys, I am ready to get into the hot topics with you guys this evening. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to get into the hot topics? Well, are you ready too? Are you ready to get into the hot topics? I am fired up, folks, and I'm ready to go. Lots to discuss. Ready to go, folks. Welcome in the ring again. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Let's fight wherever you guys are joining us from this evening, whether you're at home here in Guyana or you're in the diaspora. There is so much happening, and we're privileged again that you guys can join us like this, that we can have this time together, share information, share ideas, and leave even better than we came. Guys, as you come on, we invite you to share the live stream. People, we invite you to share the live stream. Folks, when you see some things, when some things happen to you, you got to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Many of you may not know this, but as easy as I became a politician, as I became a host of a show in the ring, I could have become a pastor. I still try as much as possible to practice all the tenets of Christianity. And as you know, I'll be the first to admit, none of us are imperfect. None of us are perfect. And we also say that to err is human, to forgive is divine. But I don't understand what happening here with the communique. I don't understand what is happening here with the communique. And let me tell you as well that denominationally, if that is any importance to anybody, it is of no importance to me. I'm Assemblies of God. That is the religious denomination I've identified for the last 20 or 25 years. I don't go to church, people. I old-fashioned. I go to church. I just go to church. I old-fashioned. I got my little Bible app and so on, but I like holding my Bible in my hand, the book. I old-fashioned like that. So I was struck when I saw the communique from the executive presbytery of the Assemblies of God in Guyana. Nobody asked my advice. They didn't ask Duncan advice. I was struck when I saw the communique that different from what the Catholic Church and Bishop Allen did, and they have a right to be different and go in their own direction. The Assemblies of God in Guyana has chosen to have the virtual service, have chosen to have face-to-face worship, in-person worship, while I guess also incorporating virtual service into that. But folks, some of this thing in the communique here, I agree with. And if I remember correctly, Reverend Dr. John Oswald Smith is the general presbyter. So when it comes to matters of the Assemblies of God in Guyana, the buck stops with him. The buck stops with him. And ladies and gentlemen, viewers around the world, by way of transparency, you should know that Reverend John Smith is also the chairman or the outgoing chairman of the Ethnic Relations Commission, the ERC. He's also the chairman there. That being said, some of what was mentioned in the communique, it's not just a correspondence, you know, you try to communicate. Some of it I have agreed with, bless God. But some of it I don't understand. I skip all what came before. The introduction paragraph 1, 2, and I gone to the bottom. Folks, I gone to the bottom because I don't understand the bottom here. I tell you, sometimes you gotta ask, what would Jesus do? What would the man with the angle do? The man upstairs, what would he do? What would he do? And if you can answer that question and allow him to speak to you, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong at all. So what the final 2 paragraphs said, folks, I want to read it. It says, in the face of this pandemic, we have taken this position rather, not only as an act of obedience to scriptures / the Bible, and there's a quotation here, let every soul be subject to a higher power or to the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that are ordained of God. There are no powers but of God. The powers that be ordained of God. And the scripture is referenced here, Romans 13:1. Reference here. And the final paragraph, that was the penultimate paragraph. Since we talk about communicate, we got to lift our language, folks. The penultimate paragraph I read there, the final paragraph reads, we have also taken this position because we are compelled to be our brother's keepers, and we will not in any way coerce anyone to make any decision which they may deem to be unconscionable. And that is on the basis I think we should have followed Bishop Francis Allen's lead. On that note, we ain't coercing people. I agree with that. But this subject to higher power, I ain't subjecting myself to the PPP. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I ain't subjecting myself to the PPP. And I am not subjecting myself to unjust laws as well. So allow me to disagree. And I have learned that we can agree to disagree and disagree agreeably. So allow me to disagree. PPP is a power. I install power. I am not going to subject myself to. So whoever wants to subject themselves to that higher power, you're free to do so. But again, ladies and gentlemen, in my church, call in the ring, in my church, that's a power me subjecting myself to. We see too much. You understand me? We see too much. That is a power I'm subjecting myself to. What would Jesus do? Huh? What would Jesus do? Jesus subject himself to the power of Herod and the Romans? There's a scripture that says, and I love it to my heart because it encourages me so many times. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down and we wept when we remember Zion. That's what it says. Another part of it says, for there our captors ask us for a song. That's what these people are asking us for. They're pelting the lashes and they're asking us to sing. Our tormentors, that's the PPP, demanded us songs of joy. Yes, they must joke out with eyes, stab me back, and we must love it. Right? Jesus said when they box it with on one side, turn the next side. But we don't turn it already, and we take him out. Our tormentors demanded of us songs of joy. That is what they want. You must tell them, oh, yes, master. No, master. Oh, y'all doing nice. All is well. Oh, we love the vaccines. The vaccines that Pfizer still trying to get clearance from. Oh, we love the Sputnik. We love the Sputnik that the WHO hasn't approved as yet. Yes, master. Our tormentors ask us for a song. They are tormentors. They said, sing one of your songs of Zion. Yeah. And they can come in your church and say, sing one of your songs of Zion. And here what the psalmist David asks us. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? And some of us, you Bible, my God, a strange land. I like that, a strange land. That is what this country has become, a strange land. Under these jagabats. Right? You see, this is me pulpit in the ring, and I preaching tonight. Under these jagabats, this country has become a strange land. Y'all haven't seen, y'all went through the last year? Y'all haven't seen what happened in the public service? With the firings? That's a strange land to me. How can we sing a song of Zion in a strange land? We ain't seen what happening with the teachers? That's a strange land. That don't happen in normal places. Y'all ain't see what happening with the nurses? That's a strange land. That isn't normal. Y'all see what happened with the flood? We got the 7 plagues and we still saying, how fast I could bow down? That is what we're saying. How can we sing one of our songs of Zion in this strange land? Y'all try with them. Y'all could be subject to their powers. You'll be real strong. Y'all could subject yourself to their powers. You understand me? But I know the Jesus that I serve. He would have asked the question, or he would have said rather, I was hungry. I come to the church door hungry. And you asked me for the blue book. I came demon possessed. And you asked me for my blue book. Why? Because we want to sing a song of Zion in a strange land. I was thirsty. And instead of giving me something to drink, you asked me for my blue book. I was weary. And instead of giving me rest, oh my, y'all asked me for my blue book. So y'all could subject yourself to these Kavakamites, to these Jebusites, to these Hittites, to these false prophets. Y'all could submit yourselves to them. But as for me and my house, let's fight. As for me and my house, let's fight, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all try with that. These Jagabats, these Kavakabites, these crosses, these trenches, we got scriptures to justify ourselves with them. I refuse to sing a song of Zion in this strange land. We're going to make it right again, and then we can sing the songs of Zion. We are going to make it right again. Then we can sing the songs of Zion. And it's not the AOG. It's not the AOG alone. Don't come wrong with funny. Because we see some people from the Seventh-day Adventists too. Y'all acting a little funny. Y'all acting a little funny. Y'all acting a little funny. But thank God, we all shall give an account for his own life. Some of y'all acting real funny. Many shall say, Lord, Lord. Ejel, Bishop, many shall say, Lord, Lord. Yeah, but understand his last days. That being said, folks, Cassidy was livid. For those of you who know Cassidy, was livid. He said, the face you make, he held a picture up and he said, that's the face you make when church leaders who were silent all along now begin to speak. You know, we should have stayed quiet for truth. So much happening. And we getting a squeak out of some quarters. Maybe we should have stayed quiet. Y'all not gonna like me. And God knows, if I was waiting for people to like me, I wouldn't have got a program like this. But as you guys have an assignment on your lives, I got an assignment on my life. And I will die empty. I was telling my wife that today. I was telling some friend, I will die empty. When I dead and gone, they can say, he gone, boy. He gone. Thanks be to God. He gone. So we got to do what we got to do. Let's fight, people. We got to fight these Jagabats. Submit to them powers? No. I'm sorry. Y'all don't come wrong me funny with that. Let's fight. The teachers are submitting to the higher power. So the teachers' protest has gone up. You understand me? Let me show you the higher powers we must submit to. And the song that they are requiring of us in a strange land. Y'all think it's easy in this place here? Huh? I'd rather die on my knees, a free man, than stand up as a slave in this country. This will be ice pass people. Y'all ice pass people. And so the teachers, ladies and gentlemen, the protest heated up today. Right? And there was a teacher, there's a headmistress in Region 6. He ain't singing a song in a strange land. He has refused to sing a Zion song in a strange land. Sir ain't having it. Sir is not having it. I will have you guys to know that. We're trying to get it queued up right for you. Sir said, I am not singing one of Zion's song in a strange land. Right? He said, y'all do what y'all gotta do, and we can do what we gotta do. We are going to do what we got to do. Right? It's a strange song. They required make Jesus a meet in the temple and beat them out. Right? And that's what happened in here. But the teacher wasn't having it. He ain't singing no strange song. He ain't singing no song of Zion in a strange land. So this is a head teacher from Borbis. This is a head teacher from Borbis. I found Hiku.
They come with the police and collect the teachers them.
Yes.
And the cleaner.
Yes.
Then I got work for them and do them.
Yes.
Yes. That's right. You can't, that can't be fair.
If you can't allow Joel them and them teachers to go in
Higher nursery school.
yeah. So, let the police do your job. If you can do them.
Good.
You let the police come and take out my teachers and clean them. Let me see who will take them out. Because number one, I mean the ministry and the ministry is doing something that is not fair to everybody. They cannot enforce the vaccines on us.
Exactly.
It's your own decision to take the vaccine. People have a choice, it's human rights. The teachers are going to come out, miss, come out, take care and go in school.
And let the police come and take us.
Police come and take you along.
You tell Mark the police.
Let you come and tell. You tell you, I tell you that.
And when the police come, you don't gotta go and take out one.
You come, Rochelle, you are going to school.
Yeah, man, the man said they get the life to go to school.
Come and go in the school. Let the police. Yeah, go out and go inside. Let the police come and take out the teachers. You come and go inside.
Mark said he go come with the police.
Let him come with the police and collect the teachers them.
Yes.
And the cleaner.
Yes.
Then I can walk for those, let them do them.
Yes. Yes. That's right. You can't. That can't be fair.
If you can allow Joel them and them teachers to go in
And Highland Nursery School.
yeah. So, let the police do his job. If you can do it.
Good.
You let the police come and take out my teachers and clean them. Let me see who will take them out. Because number one, I'm in the ministry and the ministry is doing something that is not fair to everybody. They cannot enforce the vaccines on us.
Exactly.
It's your own decision to take the vaccine. People have a choice, it's human rights. The teachers are going to come out, come out, take care and go in school.
And let the police come and take us.
Police come and take you along.
You tell Mark the police.
Let you come and tell. You tell you, I tell you that.
And when the police come,
That is what I want to hear some pastors sing. That is what I want to hear the church sing. Right? We can open the door. See y'all. Let us bring the police here. You understand us? That is what I want to hear some people saying. Right? We got a godly testicular fortitude. We have to have the balls to do what it took. To do what it takes, rather. We have to have it, folks. We have to have it. The testicular fortitude to do what is necessary. Right? Soren singing, no song is thine in a strange land. He said to lock my teachers outside. That is a strange land. I ain't having it. And we need some people in this country of the caliber of Bishop Francis Allen to say, you know what? Half of my congregants are not going to be outside and half inside. We can close the door and do virtual services. Sir said, I ain't having it. Sir has took a radical position. I opening my doors, y'all come and shut it. Y'all bring the police and get my teachers out. That is leadership. Sir, and singing a song of Zion in a strange land. Right? Look the song they're asking us to sing. Look the song they're asking us to sing. So today we were made aware, ladies and gentlemen, today we were made aware that they are asking head teachers. Let me bring this in closer for you. They're asking head teachers to go and pick up care packages. Not only to pick up care packages, ladies and gentlemen, you got to pay your own transportation out your own pocket and organize your own transportation to pick up care packages for the nation's children. That's a strange land. And I ain't singing no song of Zion in the strange land. Y'all sharing the live stream? I tell you all tonight, I'm in the book of the Assemblies of God. I'm in chapter 1, verse 6. I started at chapter 2. This is a strange land. Headmistresses and headmasters were told they must come and pick up their own care packages. And they have to pay for the transportation and organize it. Strange land. Some people going to submit to higher power. These crosses and these trenches, these jagabats, these confusion powder specialists. And some like, sir, going to say, no, don't come wrong with funny. Don't come wrong with funny. Y'all sharing the live stream so we get the right information out there. Strange land. And we must sing a song of Zion. Any other power, not a power. What if the people in Nazi Germany were thinking like that? Oh, we can submit to Hitler higher power. How many Jews died because of the higher power? But you know how? Things started very slowly. And I grew up hearing pastors quoting Pastor Nehimola, that German pastor, who said, first they came for the carpenters. I wasn't a carpenter and I didn't get vexed. Then they came for the ironsmith and the tinsmith, but I wasn't a tinsmith and I didn't get vexed. And then they came for the doctors. I wasn't a doctor, so I didn't get vexed. And then they come for me. They came for me one day and there was nobody to care. Me drinking the Kool-Aid. Don't come wrong with funny with that. So they want this song from the headmistress. They want the HM sing a new song for them in a strange land. So there's a head teacher climbing up for care packages. Huh? Because she must submit to higher power. That's a head teacher. Then your job description. For fall and broke your back and then you got nothing to get from this government. Nothing to get from this government. Strange land. And I ain't going in the strange land. I can talk to the Father and let the Father guide the eye. Confusion powder. Ladies and gentlemen. Strange land. Confusion powder. So the cabinet meeting rolled into Essequibo today. Confusion powder. Ephraim was like a bad man. Shut open. Shut open. Bad man Irfan. And as they were there, we were made to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that a vendor approached Irfan and asked Irfan about the market issue. You know, they were trying to push some vendors off of their spots there by the market. Right? They came in the dark of night like thieves. That is how the enemy comes, the devil. In the dark of night, they swoop down on the market to move the vendors. A vendor asked Irfan, you know what Irfan said? Irfan asked him if he got transport for the land. That's what Irfan asked the vendor. You got transport for the land? That's the only way you won't have to move. That is the only way you will not have to move. That's a strange land. Leaders don't talk like that to people and to followers. The vendor asked Irfan about them trying to move them. What is it? What is it? Irfan asked the man if he got transport for the land. He said, that's the only reason you ain't gonna move. You want to see strange land? Look, strange land here. So Irfan gone and they have the meeting by Supernam Stelling, by the waterfront. Irfan blocked the whole road. So that people coming off of the boat with their own transport and so on, and people wanting to use that area had to wait over 2 hours till Irfan meeting finish. And them and the tents move out the road. That's a strange land. I ain't submitting myself to the higher power. And I'm telling citizens, do not submit yourselves as well to the higher power. Because clearly, the higher power care about you. So they can go and block the road for 2-3 hours and inconvenience you. And that's the higher power I must subject myself to. Madness. Don't come wrong me funny with that. That's a strange land. Don't come wrong me funny so. And look at the people. Look at the people, Guyanese, at home and around the world. And the other folks who are joining us, whatever nationality you are, look at the strange land. These people create the rules, of which the church, not the church, the church, are so willing to accept. But the same people cannot even obey their own rules. Their own rules, they can't obey. This is them. This is them in Essequibo today. So they're saying the church must ask for blue card and blue book. And nobody under this tent was asked for a blue book. Y'all know the devil and the demons when y'all see them? Y'all don't know? Many shall say, Lord, Lord. You know the false prophets like Bishop Edgell and his cohorts. They on their whole tent, hundreds, if not thousands of people. Nobody got for sure blue book, but you got sure blue book when you go in the church and y'all want to submit yourself to that higher power? Madness. Don't come wrong me funny with that. I'm not in that. From the inception of COVID-19, the PPP have broken their own regulations. And this is just one instance. And this is a higher power I must submit myself to that can't even obey their own rules. Those are unjust laws. There are unjust laws when you can't even obey your own laws as a higher power. Y'all think Jesus was a bald head? Jesus was Rasta. He had the dread. That's why, folks, we got to fight. We got to fight. And y'all better share the live stream because God knows I ain't want to fight some of y'all. God knows in my heart I ain't want to fight the AOG. But I am singing a new song in a strange land, not for these jacobats, for Priya. For Priya, not doing what she's doing to the teachers. For Ramsamy, for Anthony, for Lion Onich, that go into the parliament and lie to this country. That's the higher power must submit itself to madness. So while they were breaking their own laws, ladies and gentlemen, while they could not even live up to their own laws and the church ready to bow down, while that was happening, this was Priya. Hiding from the teachers. As they rightfully said, bad woman on Facebook. She's a bad woman only on Facebook. And the thing was so riveting. P.S. Alfred King couldn't even keep his eyes open. But I was made to understand, Alfred said he was not sleeping. He said he was only resting his eyes. Alfred said he was not sleeping, ladies and gentlemen. He was merely resting his eyes. Well, I can tell you. He was resting his eyes. And look, the people are telling the church to ask their congregants a blue book and to have certain COVID protocols in place. Look, the minister ain't even wearing a mask. And that is the higher power y'all asking me to submit to. The minister not even wearing a mask. That's requiring of primary school children and nursery school children to wear a mask when they go to school, when they engage with each other. And this Jagabat, this Jebusite, this Nakavakamite, this cross cannot even obey their own COVID-19 protocols. And y'all come to the church. The church I knew when I was growing up would run them out. Jesus would have beaten them out of the church. And we giving these devils the keys to the city? Madness. Don't come wrong me funny with that. Don't come wrong me funny with that. Let me show you all the higher powers. The higher powers, ladies and gentlemen. No, they unveiled the flag today. When they come and tell you what color for paint y'all churching, then y'all gonna know who these people is. Then y'all gonna know who they be. So apparently the national flag ain't got green anymore. The national flag no longer has green. That's the higher power we must submit ourselves to. It no longer has green. Y'all notice that? What's in a color? What's the Assemblies of God flag colors? Blue and white, I think. I see black, I see yellow, I see white, I see red. I ain't see no green. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, it might be me, but that looked a little bit like the PPP flag. That looked a little bit like the PPP flag. To me, I might be wrong, I might be right. But to me, in my own deliberate judgment, that looked to me like the PPP flag. So it is like the PPP party giving them these things that coming soon. It's not the government of Guyana. It's not the people of Guyana. And you all see, we have said if you turn PPP upside down, you put it in the mirror, it's 666. They got some deep meaning. We got to unpack that by itself. We got to unpack that 666. So they can use the Guyana flag because it's their party, right? Giving the services of the city, of the nation to those people in region number 2. It's not the government, it's the PPP money spending there. So it's the PPP flag. And that is the higher power I must submit myself to. That part I can't handle. Now I got to meditate and that. I got to do a little prayer and fasting. Ask the Lord for a little guidance and so on. And then I can think about that. And while they were hard at work, ladies and gentlemen, while they were hard at work, unveiling the flag and their projects and spreading their lies and propaganda there, look what Anil there. Look what Anil doing. Install Attorney General. He said, right? He said on his own Facebook page, he said he sneaked away. He tied hair in earphone while Alfred King was falling asleep listening to prayer. He said he ain't having it. He sneaked away to some lake in the area to take in the beauty. You understand me? He sneaked away. That's what he said. Right? He went to make good water there. Because he know in that department, he ain't really thing. You know the man, I know the man, we all know the man. You understand? If your seeds are light and you have a heavy gust of wind, it will lift them away. Even he want the rivers of living water. See, he sneaked away from the cabinet outreach day one. He done tired. Spend all the taxpayers' money to carry he there and he sneak away. On his Facebook page, y'all check it. We making these things up. If y'all think we funny, folks, we don't try to be funny here. We just watch the government and report what is happening. He sneaked away. He was tired. He said he wanted something more energetic than the cabinet meeting. We and see Jack Dio there. We don't know if he had the COVID center or what. But Arnold said he sneaked away. Check his Facebook page to take in the beauty. He had so much time. Right? Because apparently very few people turned up. He had so much time. He sneak away. A sitting minister being paid by taxpayers. He sneak away from the cabinet outreach day one. And he tired already. Day one. But don't take our word for this on this cabinet briefing. On this cabinet outreach. This circus. It's not because the circus, you know. We didn't call the circus. Look what Kaicho News said. Look what Kaicho News say about some of y'all friends. The trenches. The Loris Denny. The trenches and want to hear the Sharon, Sandra, Auntie Sandra, Gladstone Matthews. The trenches and want to hear this. Erica Hooper, Gladys Mingo. The trenches want to hear this. They want facts. They want fiction. So this is what Starbuck News said. Rather, Kaicho News said about the outreach. It's not APNU AFC. It's not even the church. Right? Hear what Kaicho News said about this higher power. Kaicho News and submitting to this higher power. I want y'all to know that. Kaicho News said, y'all don't come wrong with funny. Kaicho News in the Peeping Tom column. It says the circus is back. Is the outreach they're talking about. The circus is back. Today's outreach is ill-timed. someone needs to remind the president that there is a pandemic raging across the country. And this is not the time for political circuses. This is the higher power that the church we submit to. No time for political circuses. This is not a time for holding public events. The law, in fact, prohibits holding of social events. This is the higher power. Yet the government is engaged in these massive outreaches, which will require them to meet members of the public in groups. The higher power. Something which should not be happening when active cases are fast approaching 3,000. And with more than 30 persons in the COVID ICU. I told y'all, this higher power cannot even commit its own protocols. Priya was right. They're not only hypocrites, they're hypocrites. John the Baptist never submitted to a higher power. John the Baptist told them they are hypocrites, a generation of vipers. And that is what this government is. Higher power, them. You ever take a good look at Irfan and Jagyu? Higher power. They are a generation of vipers. Are you frightened? Going to jail is a rite of passage in Christianity and in politics. Being prosecuted for your belief is a rite of passage as a believer. Is them y'all frightened? Huh? Martin Luther King himself said, nobody wants to go to jail, but unearned suffering is redemptive. Unearned suffering. This higher power is what y'all want to submit yourself to. Look what the article forward said, ladies and gentlemen. Look what Kaicho News said about them. This is a time of grief for the country. The death toll is mounting each day, and hundreds are either sick at home or in institutions. In solidarity with those who have died as a result of the pandemic, the government should be exercising greater precaution, especially in light of its own regulations, which requires persons to prove that they are vaccinated before visiting public places or a public place. The hosting of the cabinet outreaches makes a mockery of the government's own regulations. The hosting of the cabinet outreaches makes a mockery of the government's own regulations. And that is the higher power I must submit myself to? Not at all. Lexi Boss, that is the higher power y'all are going to submit yourself to? Claire Capel, Amanda Daniels, Erica Hooper, Gladys Mingo Byrne, Brian Adams, Renee McKenzie Talbot. This is the higher power y'all submitting yourself to? I don't think so. Might I advise you to the otherwise? I don't think so. And as Skytrain News said, COVID skyrocketing. COVID skyrocketing. Right? Meltdown right now at the COVID center. And this is what Pfizer told us today, ladies and gentlemen. Pfizer, as we watch the program time, this is what Pfizer told us today, very, very quickly. This is what Pfizer said. Right? They are now, Pfizer, seeking clearance for the vaccine use in children 5 to 11. Pfizer that we're using here, Wild West, same Pfizer. They are now seeking clearance for the vaccine use in children 5 to 11. Right? And we're hearing that there's a meltdown at the COVID hospital there. A nurse lost her life recently. We're still trying to find out why she went to the COVID center. But credible reports indicate that Massey was calling today to run additional oxygen lines, and that the institution is at full capacity, while them boys in Essequibo meeting with hundreds of Guyanese without any blue books. And many are in the ICU there. We are made to understand the ICU is at capacity. At capacity. Here is what Pfizer said about approving the drug for the children. Don't take my word for it. And this is the New York Times. Very quickly, I want to go through it for you. Pfizer and BioNTech will soon see clearance for vaccine use in children 5 and over. That was the header for the article in the New York Times, that reputable newspaper. I ain't talking about the Guyana Times, nor the Chronicle. This is the New York Times. And in the article, they say, just today, this was published today, the makers of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine will soon ask regulators for clearance to use for its use in children 5 years and over, and are getting ready to make smaller doses of the vaccine for younger children, according to one of the founders of BioNTech, the German company that developed the vaccine in partnership with Pfizer. And finally, the article goes on to state, we will be presenting the results of our study on 5 to 11-year-olds to authorities around the world in coming weeks. Özlem Türeci, the co-founder of BioNTech and its chief medical officer, told Der Spiegel, a German news site, in an interview published today. She said that the company will be applying for clearance of the use of the vaccine for that age group, including in Europe. Just giving you that bit of information, and you guys can come to your own conclusion in your own deliberate judgment, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a roundup, folks, of what has transpired during the course of the day. Again, we're very privileged that you've spent this time here with us throughout this week. Y'all think about this higher power. The only higher power I submit myself to in my religion is God through his son, the Lord Jesus Christ. This higher power, not these jagabats. Not these jagabats. I gonna fight this higher power. I gonna fight this higher power. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, as part of our housekeeping, we ask you every night, we've been asking you to come on board and partner with us so that I'm sweating here like I preach it. So that we can do even more of what we've been doing. Y'all throw a little offering with us. So at the Cash App, folks, we're asking guys to come on board with us and partner on a monthly basis, $5, 10, 15, 20 even, and help us to expand what we're doing. We need you guys to come on board. At the Cash App platform, it's $, in the ring 592. The $, in the ring 592 at PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. In the ring 592 at gmail.com at PayPal, and then at the MMG, and that's the local Guyanese system, the MMG system, it is 627-6963, 627-6963, and any queries you guys have, you can also get us on that number via WhatsApp. We're also available via Western Union and also MoneyGram. Again, any queries you have about our donations, our contributions, and the platforms, or the higher powers, 627-6963, ladies and gentlemen. I want to really thank you guys for spending this time with us. And after he said these things, he closed the book. Church dismiss. Church dismiss. I'm going to stick around and give some folks a shout out. But folks, it was great having you in the ring this week. It was great having you in the ring tonight. We got to keep on fighting, folks. It was a privilege to have each and every one of you. Let's fight. Let's fight, guys. I wanna give some folks a shout out as you leave the church. I see pastor standing by the front door saying, thanks for coming. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. And I really, really appreciated having you guys throughout the week. That's our program. Unless something special happens, we're not going to be on. Last week, we were on over the weekend with The Weekender. And for those folks who have been following us, we want to have that as one of the programs we're going to do over the weekend, but with a totally different set thanks to you coming on board and partnering with us and helping us to do this. We want to bring you a program over the weekend. It's going to look a little bit different from this. We want to ask you guys to come on board. We're not ready to launch the weekend fully as yet because we don't have everything in place. We still waiting, some of y'all. Still waiting. But that being said, we are going to come on if there's something very important that we need you guys to know. But we're going to be on with the whip over the weekend. We're either going to be on at 12 tomorrow or we're going to be on Sunday. That being said, guys, it was great having you. Continue to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize, practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are in place for your health and your safety. And you have to determine whether you're submitting yourself to the higher power. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our program for this evening. As I said, I'm going to stick around a little bit and give some folks a shout out, but you don't have to feel compelled to. Thanks for joining us, guys. Good to see you again. Submissively strong. Is it Guy? Alexis Arthur, good to see you. Sharon Shepherd, good to see you. Karen Garway, good to see you. Yasmin Henry, good to see you. Good to see all of you folks there who have joined us at home here in Guyana and around the world. Amanda Daniels, Dion Ayana, Bibi Sandyford, Joseph John, good to see you. It's Des, good to see you. And as it's Des said, we got to stamp on this devil. This dirty, filthy, foul devil, the PPP. Good to see you guys. Joylyn Cook, Kim Walker, Denise, London Welchman. Good to see you. Kevin Joe. Good to see you, Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. Sandra Austin, Ariel Abrams. Good to see you, Ariel. Luanda Lane. I hope I'm calling it right. Onessa Ward Dean. Good to see you there. Karen Clark. Joycelyn Van Kooten. Good to see you as well. Roseanne Princess and Roy A. Caraway, Josephine Roberts. Good to see all of you guys. Great having you in the ring this evening, guys. Thanks for coming by. It was our pleasure and privilege sharing this entire week with you, night after night. Rest and recuperate for the new week. A new week to fight these Jagabats, folks. A new week to fight the higher powers. These crosses, these trenches, we got to fight. We got to fight them, folks. Good to see you, Angela McDonald. Good to see you there. All the folks, I see Natasha McPherson was with us. Great to see you. I see, is it Delise Gulliver, Raquel Peters, Angela McDonald, Stacey Ann Stoll. Good to see you, folks. Good to see you. Good night to you, Stacey Ann. And is it Valdine Adams? My God, all these highfalutin rich people named Valdine. Sheila Webster, good night to you as well. And all the other folks, lots of you guys. It's going by so fast, guys. Thanks for joining us. It was a privilege having you. You see, I kept within my time this evening. Last night, we went way into the overtime. But thank you guys for sticking around for that as well. Share the live stream as you go. As you go to the church door tonight, share the live stream. Share it. Some of y'all must be out there saying, share the live stream. Huzzy, share the live stream. Wifey, share the live stream. Side chicks, share the live stream. Good to see you guys here. Kevin Joe. Good to see you, Kevin. I see Candy, Nileen, Inderjit. Good to see you, Candy. Good to see you. I saw that comment too. Gavin DeAndre. Good to see you as well, Gavin. Good to see you as well. Thanks for coming by, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Would you take some pizza with you? Good to see you guys. Good to guys. We thinking about a year-end link up. We are contemplating a year-end link up. We look into boxing night too. In the ring boxing night, a link up. Stay tuned for that. We're working it out. Yolanda Moore and Raquel Peter. Put me on your schedule for boxing night. Put me on your schedule. All right. We want the space. Raquel and Gavin DeAndre. All the other folks. Roseanne Princess. Good to see you guys. Oh my God. 1800, y'all still hanging around. What y'all want? Yeah. By the rivers of Babylon, where I sat down. See, I'm going to if this thing I walk out, this show thing, I'm going to the karaoke. Oh, Father, good to see you guys. All of you. Let me call a couple names quick. I see Alexis Art is still here. Osman, or is it Desmond? Kim Westmoreland. Kim, I get the thing, girl. Kim, the little procs you send, I get it. Right, Kim? Kim, send me little procs today, I get it. Jurita, Vanessa Fernandes. Good to see you there, MP. Good to see you, MP. Kim, I get a little procs, girl. And the shot fit me real good. I might wear it Boxing Night. The clothes take me real good, Kim. Good to see you. Pray away there, girl. You still in Essequibo hiding from the teachers? Good to see you guys. Monday's the big day. Boots on the ground, folks. Square Day Revolution, 9 a.m. Boots on the ground. Sagittarius Queen. Good to see you, Sagittarius Queen. Yolanda Moore, Alexis Archer, Colin Isaacs. Good to see you, Natasha McPherson, Roseanne Princess. Roseanne, you got nice look with that kind of name. Good to see you, Roseanne. Freddie James is Pocketori, my brother. Pocketori with these higher powers. Pocketori. Good night, guys. Partner between a man. Oh, left for offering a man. Left a blind. Left something. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Joylyn Cook. All the other folks there. It was really nice having you guys in the ring. It was our privilege and our pleasure. That being said, guys, have a fantastic weekend. A fantastic weekend. Don't worry with the pocketoriism. Don't worry with them this weekend. Right? Y'all keep your eyes on heaven. Don't worry the higher powers. Good to see you guys. Good to see all of you. Submissively strong GWG is saying we helping you close up. I like that. Kim Walker, good to see you. Heavenly Faith, good to see you. We need you, Heavenly Faith, in this time. Bettino Nijman, good to see you. Bernadette Parks, good to see you as well. Tiola Bowen Tapin, good to see you as well. Raquel Beckles, good to see you. Cheryl Gillis, good to see you as well. Vishal D. Churaman, good to see you there, Vishal. Cindy Smith, good to see you. Good to see you guys. So many of you came out tonight to this fight. Charita Finance, indeed, boots on the ground, we ain't backing down, boots on the ground, we ain't backing down, boots on the ground, we ain't backing down, boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. That's right. It's a real cook-up show, boy. Folks, I'm going to be using that very theme there in a cover picture on my Facebook page. You are welcome to use it as well. And I'm going to put up another photograph there, boots on the ground, that you can use as your cover pic. Let's show solidarity with our teachers. Let's show solidarity with our nurses. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Higher power? Nonsense. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground. Guys, have a great weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. Go with God. Go with God, people. Let us go in peace to love and serve the Lord.